What is up guys, and welcome back to another New World video. So this will be a short video covering how to obtain fiber in New World, as this is a resource that a lot of people, myself included, had a lot of trouble finding in the New World closed beta, and hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes. So the first thing you'll want to do is craft yourself a sickle, which can be done at any workstation. After that you will want to identify the locations of fiber, so open up your map, head to resource locations on the left side and look through the icons. If you go to forests and grasslands, one of the icons there will say fiber, and on that icon it will also say derived from hemp. So now we know that fiber is gathered from gathering hemp, and we can also see that hemp spawns in forests as well as grasslands. You can also see that in grasslands there's only 2 gatherable resources, while the forest usually has 3 to 4 gatherable resources, meaning that you will usually have a better chance at finding hemp in the grasslands, and based on my experience you will find a lot more hemp in the grasslands. So with that knowledge, all you really have to do in order to gather fiber is to run around in different grassland areas and look for hemp. But to make this guide even more in depth, I will show you guys 2 of my favorite locations for hemp farming, so you guys have a couple of examples of where to farm, but also so that you know what hemp looks like, because one of many mistakes that I made during the New World closed beta was to run around endlessly looking for what I thought a fiber plant would look like. So location number 1 is right south of the Everfall settlement, where you will find several hemp spawn locations. You can usually run around here and just endlessly gather hemp because they do respawn fairly quickly. If there's any competition whatsoever, focus on the bigger hemp because the bigger the hemp is, the more fiber you will get. Location number 2, which is a bit brighter and a more visually pleasing place to farm, is right northeast of the First Light settlement, and this is probably the best place to farm for fiber in the very early game of New World, so rushing here early might just end up being a good idea. And that is pretty much it guys, just a quick little guide on gathering fiber in New World. Hopefully you found it informative and helpful, and if you did, please consider dropping a like down below to push the video into the algorithm, and while you're down there make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.